What? Acknowledge? Oh, right, right. Okay, that makes sense. Well, this is interesting. So he is currently looking to get one of my things revoked, or fabricated rather. Huh. So we could try to maybe incite a rebellion, but higher chance of us actually imprisoning him, so probably not going to work out. We could get lucky, but what would even be the point? Because we're disgustingly over our vast limit already. While attending prayer one early morning, I noticed my brother Martinus drowsing off in his sleep. Meanwhile, our fellow member of the Benedictine Order are deep in their contemplation and do not seem to have noticed yet. Fantastic. I was hoping my first playthrough would go something like the Spiffing Brit videos, but this game is way more complicated than he let on, where had a 100-stat immortal pagan god who can't be killed in battle. Yeah, it tends to be a little easier when you have an immortal character, for sure. There are mods to replicate what Spiffing is doing. In fact, the mods are the only way to do that. Wait, what exactly does he do that requires mods? I don't think I've ever seen any of his videos. Alright, well, let's go ahead and ingratiate ourselves with the anti-pope and see where that leads. Go on a pilgrimage. Sure. Do it up. I guess we might as well, considering that we're not really doing anything right now. I shall go on a pilgrimage to seek God's grace at one of the holy places of Christianity. Great. Okay, so if we had a little bit more piety, this might reduce our cost here. Had a character with 100 in each stats. Really? Wow. I mean... Wait. That's from the mod? I mean, I guess it's technically possible. Yeah, it is definitely actually very possible to do a character with 100 stat and 100 in each stat legitimately. If you, I believe, are a pagan and you have stability as one of your doctrines, what happens is every few years you get the opportunity to increase the, or wait, was it stability? It was something where you get to increase the stats of your courtiers. Every few years you get the opportunity to spend some prestige or something to increase, or was it piety, to increase a courtier's stats, including yourself. So it takes a little while, but if you're immortal, it definitely is possible for you to get 100 in all your stats. It's moderately friendly the first way you see it, but he's milking the trope over and over. Really? Is that most of his campaigns? He just has 100 stat immortal pagan god who just basically steamrolls everything? I mean, you can get lucky with your immortality stuff your first time around, but generally. Or have the mod that modifies the character creator DLC. Really? Oh, interesting. That's how he does it. There are a number of different holy places that you could visit on your pilgrimage. All of them are considered most sacred by the Holy Church, but a somewhat closer destination might mean a safer journey. Let's go for Jerusalem or Rome. Hey Avalon, how are you, man? When I say man, of course, I'm referring to woman, but still. Happy New Year. 100 stat or 0 stat guy when it comes to CK2. Yeah, there's no in between. Hey Avalon, thank you so much for the support. Is there a way to make those vassals... Happy New Year indeed. Is there a way to make those vassals pay me taxes or at least siphon some of their income to me? Or is it once I give them the title they are basically still aligned with me but by country name but operate independently? Nope, they have to pay you taxes unless they absolutely despise you. So if you look in your military tab or your if you click on your little thing here, it actually gives you a breakdown of how much money you're earning per year. It's interesting because when you look at the money, if you hover over this stuff, it gives you the monthly balance and the monthly gain, but it gives you the yearly total at the bottom here, so it's a little confusing at times, but it basically tells you how much money you're earning from. So if you look here under feudal tax, I can see that my Chancellor, this man is currently paying me, what's it, 8.86 ducats per year, which, of course, is not a lot. But if they hate me, then that can go down, and it's the same thing for your military strength. The more a vassal hates you, the less of their troops they'll give you and all that such. And also, if you are over your vassal limit, depending on by how much, if you go above 10 above your vassal limit, then you will definitely stop getting any money from them whatsoever. You don't get any money from them. You don't get any troops from them. So unless you've already got troops established and an income of your own that you can depend on, yeah, you're shit out of luck. By the way, Loops, have you thought of doing a zero status start, where you start as a lowly peasant and try to get land? That could be interesting, actually. Could be something to maybe consider as a future mini campaign or something, and see how well we can do. There's also that that achievement that we can try for, where we start in a randomized world with a 0-year-old child. Everyone is just a 0-year-old child. We're basically just sperm with legs and arms, and we try to survive for however long and become emperor and all that such. So that could be interesting. How do I get less vassals? Sometimes I have the same number or even less than the domain size I can have, but too many vassals. So how do you get less vassals? That's... You have to make bigger titles for them. So if you've got a lot of counts, make duchy titles and then put them under a loyal... Hey, thanks for the follow, Adrian. You can essentially just stuff them inside of a bigger title, like a higher up title. So if I were anywhere close to my vassal limit right now, I would create this title and then give it to someone who's not stronger, but actually weaker, which might make their control over the title a little tenuous, but it keeps them in line, because if you have a strong, ambitious vassal, there's a very good chance that they're going to start factions and all that shit, even though they fucking love you and they're willing to just bend and spread and suck your dick at the same time. It's a complicated sex maneuver where you've got someone's dick inside your butt and you're also sucking it with your mouth. It's, like I said, complicated, but it's doable by CK2 vassals, apparently. What was I talking about? Besides some dude getting fucked in the ass and sucking a dick? I don't know. It's fine, don't worry about it. Anyways, let's do our pilgrimage to fucking Jerusalem. Why not? Why the fuck not? Oh my god. Oh, so if you want to manage your vassals, stuffing them instead of bigger titles, there might come a point where eventually you might need to give like 2 duchies to a vassal, or maybe like several kingdoms to a vassal, depending on how big you want your empire to be. But also consider lowering some of your laws, like if you're at higher centralization. This isn't always the best, because this reduces, each level of centralization reduces your vassal count by 5, which is quite punishing. But yeah, my things are packed, everything is in order. At the end of my journey, the Holy Land awaits. Fantastic. Great. But that's usually what you talk about. That's true. That's true. Now, my friends decided it'd be funny to put me through a 3-hour trial by fire where they don't answer anything and I have no idea what the buttons do. That, I feel, is like is a terrible, terrible way to learn a game. Because you're just basically being punished for everything you do. That doesn't sound like fun at all. I mean, imagine if you were a kid learning to ride a bike, and your dad or your mother or your family member sits you on the bike and then fucking kicks you in the face. That's essentially what your friends did. I basically rage quit. Yeah, that's the only memory that you're gonna have of a game, is that it fucking sucks because it's complicated as shit. CK2 isn't one of those games where you're expected to immediately know how everything works. I mean, I have over like, what, 3,000 hours in this game so far, and I'm still learning new stuff, so not a great way to start. So, but redemption trades, if you can, give it another try. I say check out some people. I don't know if my stuff is the best stuff to learn how to play the game. through, but the game is definitely worth it. So, you know, give it some more time and don't let your friends fuck you over. Don't let your parents kick you in the face or disembowel you as you're trying to learn how to ride a bike. Deep in the night, sleeping at the Pilgrim's Inn, you dream of a beautiful dream. You are making love to both Natalie Portman and Sarah Rafferty at the same time, because that's the only beautiful dream that I can imagine. You are walking through a dense wood, filled with the wonderful sounds and smells of nature. Little squirrels run across your path and birds sing in the trees. What the fuck is this? A Disney movie? You keep walking through the woods and then you notice a strange but familiar smell. You can't quite put your finger on what it is, though. It's something you should know, something important. Yes, it's fire! You are instantly wide awake, the room is hot, you can hear the sound of crackling flames, and a moment later, you also hear people screaming. Indeed, the inn is on fire. Let's help put it out because I don't want to become craven, thank you. As you pass through a small village along the pilgrim's path, an old woman comes up to you. She has recognized you as a pilgrim and explains that her daughter and her family live close to your destination. They are suffering hard times and she asks you to bring them a large purse of money. They're just asking me to bring you a large purse of money. Fan-fucking-tastic. I can learn from you the basics. I'm not crazy at the game, but I'm pretty decent. At least I know what to do. As far as I've seen, basically you have to learn how the government structure works with the vassals, how to manage the people who run the country, then learn how warfare works. Warfare is, for the most part, bigger numbers win. There are some stipulations and some differences. Like, for example, if you're a horse lord, then you tend to steamroll through people. Initially, it can be a little difficult, but eventually, once you get the ball rolling, there's just no stopping horse lords. It's insane. But I wouldn't recommend starting out as a horse lord because the government system there is vastly different. It's a very different playstyle from playing as feudal. But I mean, there's always starting out in Ireland. It's generally considered a newbie island because it's kind of isolated, and it's a decent way to learn the game, for sure. But since I'm kind of playing as a deceitful character, I guess we might as well try to continue being deceitful, or should I become charitable? Which would increase my diplomacy, but that's not really what I need right now. Yeah, you know what? We'll just gain deceitful. Why not? Take the money for ourselves. Fantastic. Jerusalem. You finally arrived at Jerusalem, passing by the Mount of Olives. You enter through the city gate and are immediately overcome by a feeling of having made a truly epic journey. The city is filled with people of all creeds and colors, the air heavy with smells of strange spices and foreign plants. You make your way through the throng of people and animals, excited by the knowledge that you are now close to the Via Dolorosa and other holy places. You plan to also visit the Church of Nativity in Bethlehem, but first of all, you need to find some place to stay. After all, you wouldn't want to be forced to sleep in a stable, would you? Are you implying that I've been impregnated by God? Because, hell yes. The stories of other pilgrims all spoke of how impressive this place is. Now that you can see it with your own eyes, you can only join in their praise. You are glad that you came here to one of Christianity's holiest places. And my wife is pregnant. Whilst I was on my pilgrimage. Interesting. I mean, I guess she's been pregnant for a few months, but still. You finally returned from your pilgrimage. It was a rewarding and interesting journey. And you'd do it all over again if you could, but still, it's good to be back home. Fantastic. Hey, Bob. Just don't river cross. Go hills over a river cross. Don't go to a hill to fight. You can defend like this, and it pays off, but don't attack like it. Yeah, so essentially, whenever you see something like this, be very careful. If you hover your mouse over this, it'll actually show you which counties the river flows through. So, attacking across a river debuffs your characters or your troops' stats, especially when it comes to like bigger things like this. Like the major river crossing is a huge deal. The biggest problem, however, is the strait crossing. So if you attack across a strait, basically you're just asking your troops to equip their water wings and just Jesus their way across the water and then get slaughtered on the other side. You're the new Schwarzenegger. God is your baby daddy. Congrats, Loops. Thanks. Yep, that's it. That's what I've learned from Junior. That's my favorite part of Junior is when what was it? Arnold Schwarzenegger gave birth to God himself. Fantastic. And my domain size is still too big. Fuck my stupid ass stewardship. Okay, well, I don't know if I need to continue spying on more people, because I might actually want to change my focus over to stewardship whenever possible, because I am just disgustingly over my stupid ass thing. Nope, I trust her word. Even if I am being cucked, I don't really care because I just want more sons. As in, a son that I can actually legitimize. Or, I guess it kind of depends on how many children we end up with, but we might need to legitimize Alan here. We'll see though, we'll see. Alright, so we are replenishing our troops fairly slowly. Fuck. We're gonna need to change our centralization stuff for sure. Okay, so in 3 years... Hey, we have a son! Fantastic! Well... Let's have you named... Who should we name? After, our son here. Or... You know what? Adrian. I think you were one of the second ones in chat today, so... There you go, Adrian. Adrian. You know what? How about we just go with Stoika? There we go. Stoika map Konan. Fantastic. Great. Thank you for sucking off the Pope. Alright, so one thing I know for sure that we can do to increase our domain size, so I'm actually not sure, is creating another title there. There we go, so that definitely worked. Fantastic. Now, if only I'd actually kept my succession lots Gavelkind. But that's fine. Right, I think I might need to change my successor to Stoika then. Fantastic. I hope that works out. So I can definitely fuck this guy off. Did you just thank Stoika for sucking off the Pope? I did. I did. It's not a request that I make often, but you know, I kind of need the Pope to really like me, so yeah, thanks Adrian for sucking off the Pope. Do appreciate it. Wait, what? Hey, nah, you can't back out now. You've agreed to it. Alright, so let's see how far this plot has actually gone. It's not gonna get that far at all. And you're planning on assassinating this man. I don't know what for, but sure. Alright, but I think there might be a bit of waiting around, unfortunately. Because we're not quite strong enough to take more shit. We could, but I'm kind of scared that, well, we are essentially over the domain limit. Traveling poet who calls himself a bard arrived today. He can stay for as long as he likes. He found out that Count Hull had introduced the bard to the court, and I told him how much I appreciated that. Finally, someone who can sing. Really? Sure about that? I don't know about that, but sure. Okay. Gotta be another 2 years before it can change anything. Let's go for... yeah. What else can I do to increase my stewardship besides marrying a new wife who's got better stewardship? Probably not much. So do we want to make our bastard son... legitimate and also ambitious? Does only Van have that command? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, actually, Vanthus is the only one with access to that command. For better or for worse. If you wanted to share, you'll have to convince him. I guess... I would like to see how Stoika develops. But we can always make Alan ambitious later on, so let's not worry about that right now. Alright, let's go ahead and change our succession over to, or focus over to rulership. So finally we can start revoking shit from people. Alright, so I don't like that this guy's so strong. We really do need to cut him down to size, I think. Shit. He hates me. He's currently backing a plot. I might be able to bamboozle him. Fuck, the non-aggression pact. If I do this, general opinion goes down by 10. We could instead get this man assassinated. Yes. Yes, I think we'll go with that instead. Thank you very much. So that when his child takes over, he can maybe plot to revoke his shit instead. I'm always watching Avalon, always. Good, gonna eat your heart. Fantastic, there's the friendly banter. I've received a letter from my fellow member of... Oh, this is the Rose Garden thing, sure. I'll check out your defibrillated butthole. Donate to charity. How much is that again? 100 gold. Fuck me. I was beginning to think that Countess... Wait, didn't I agree to check out your fucking thing? Oh, no, she's the... Oh, never mind, different event. She's asking me to, read her, shitty-ass poetry. I was beginning to think that Countess, Gontinha took offense to my comments, but today I received a new draft of her work. I'm surprised to find that her words really speak to me. Scribbled in the margin, I can just make out and implore your brother. Bear with me, it is not finished. We can try to become a poet ourselves, but what's the point? I don't really want to spend money, so let's just go for the extra piety, sure. I'm flattered that you think the Benedictine order could benefit from my work. Gontina writes in her letter. Thank you for your support, brother, she continues, before assuring me of the finishing touches she intends to see before the final version of the manuscript will enter the library. Fantastic. Alright, so I think maybe creating another duchy title isn't really gonna help me out too much. So let's see if we can save up enough money to make a kingdom instead. And that'll definitely increase my domain limit. In the meantime, though... Alright. Oh, shit. Is my sister the mother? Ah... Fuck. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that, we'll continue our... thingamajig here. Hey, no, it's a bastard child. Shit. Well, you know what? We will actually legitimize him. And you know what? We'll just legitimize them all. Why the fuck not? I'm sure nothing terrible can happen from this. Hey, there we go. Congratulations, word has spread far and wide of your achievements. You have earned the rank of Silver in Gloves Come Off challenge. Fantastic, so... Hey, nice! So if we can make a couple more sons, then we can actually... Oh, Alan, good job. Oh, right, I forgot that he has a shitty-ass beard. Fantastic. If I do this, I think this actually reduces the cost of creating the kingdom title. Yes, it does for sure. Or we can try to make ourselves a... Make ourselves somewhat richer. You know what? Since we need the money, we might as well go for this. Why not? Why does he look like a discount Lincoln? I think it's because he is a discount Lincoln. Yeah. So instead of the making the Emancipation Proclamation, he's gonna be talking about how he's gonna emancipate poop from his butt or something. Something less significant than abolishing slavery. Well, attending prayer one evening. Oh, right. Sorry, one early morning rather. Sure, why not be friends with this man? Why the fuck not? I'm already 40 years old. Okay, what other things do I need to accomplish in this guy's lifetime? That's about it, as it turns out. Fantastic. Nice. I always knew my ambition would help me reach great places, and to acquire some wealth during the way is always a nice bonus. Gold, diamonds, ore. Wait. I still don't understand that. I don't understand what's being said there. It makes no sense to me. So once we do become a... Eh? Oh. Oh, interesting. No designated heir. I guess, you know what? For now, maybe we will set Alan as my successor. And my cousin here is the heir? So you say, my friend. So you say. Well, I can't really assassinate you right now, but I'm sure we'll find a way. Maybe we can convince him to come to our place and partake of our local not-so-poisoned cuisine. Because it's definitely safe to eat and not at all poisoned. Oh, my heir's not of my dynasty, right. And my wife is pregnant. Fantastic. And this time we have no reason to suspect her, it seems. We might need to just bribe him and then just bring him over that way, actually. All things considered. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, so I think we might actually have enough money to... No, not quite. Wait, when does this get completed? 500 is when that gets considered done. Great. And this time Navarra actually seems to be expanding, surprisingly enough. Because the first time I tried this, it just, you know, they kind of fucked up. Hey, another son! Very nice. Oh shit, I forgot to name this son. Oh, so, let's see. Bastard son. Who do we have in chat right now? Let's go with Avalon. Avalon, you're our, latest bastard. And our new non-bastard. Let's go with... I know Vanthus isn't really watching, but we'll go with Vanthus regardless. There we go. Fantastic. So we'll let you guys duke it out and all that such. My court physician thinks that is, your face is a bastard. That's true. It is true. My face is an entire bastard. Abso-fucking-lutely not, steward. Just because you want land, you think I'm just gonna give it to you? Great. Why are we having so much trouble getting this man assassinated? Spy master. Do you like this man too much or something? What is your problem? Why can I not invite you to my plot? Ah, you do like him. I see. Well, what we could try to do is maybe slander his ass, reduce his general opinion, and wait. If I do this and I get him to hate me, then maybe... Oh, sorry, I forgot to read that event. Jeffrez was happy to oblige me. Now that I have some time to spend with him, I'm confident that I can convince him of how alike we are and that he stands only to gain from our friendship. Yeah, sure. I tried my best to be conciliatory with Jeffrez, but we simply couldn't come to an agreement about how much fun it was to undergo an education that involved reading, but also between the lines. Apparently, I've triggered him. What a little bitch. What a little bitch. Okay, that's nice. Little bitch. Then I think... So I can if I really wanted to. Right. Well, I'm gonna fuck this man up. And do a bogus award ceremony over and over again. And of course also fire his ass. There you go. A lot of bad things happening to you in one day. And then he'll say no to the backing of that plot. That's great. Alright, who do we want to ingratiate ourselves with? Normandy? No, probably not. Ah, you know what we'll do though? Is let's get you guys betrothed. Maybe you'd like to marry my 58-year-old mother? No? Don't want to do a matrilineal marriage with my 58-year-old mother? Fine. Fucking asshole. Alright, how about my... Oh, too high in the line of succession. Okay, then maybe he'll have more children and we can get them betrothed or something. I don't know, we'll see. Ah, great. So if I... Wait, I mean, the fact that he tried to... Huh. Interesting. Right, so here's what we're gonna do instead. Let's just gather all our troops. And his capital is here. That's where the most number of troops will appear. That's great. We'll do this instead. And hopefully that'll just nullify the Who? Oh. Wait. Oh, that's the son of the guy that we're trying to, fuck over. Right, right. I remember now. Let's not let his troops gather. No, that would be a big, big no-no. Absolutely not. Numbnuts.